Good
Basiru.
evening and hey, Nakami, are you fine?
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, all right. Ñu ngi mané ko ñu ngi ñëw start légui tay naka Yunusa right base.
Yeah,
Yeah, Yunusa Badjie right.
yeah, inshallah.
Mm. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Fan Zone, where we talk about football exactly how the fans feel it. Tonight's show is an important one because Gambian football is at crossroads. The Gambia Football Federation Division League has been postponed due to a shortage of available pitches, and Nawetan and Zonal are taking center stage instead. And on top of that, the CAF Stadium ban continues to force our national team to play its home matches abroad. What does this really mean for the players and the fans and the future of Gambian football? To help us unpack all of that, I'm joined by a man who knows the game from every angle. That is the head coach of Team Rhino, Yunusa Badjie. So grab your seat, share the life if you wish, and join the conversation. This is the Fan Zone. We are talking about football and, of course, sometimes frustrations and the future of the game in the Gambia. Yunus,
Yeah,
welcome to the Fan Zone. And a lot of people may be wondering how you started your journey to where you are today. So, would you just like to give us a rundown of the things that you have done and how you really found yourself today at Team Rhino? It will be very interesting, I think.
yeah, evening to everybody. So I am very happy to be part of this show. And I think Basiru Kamara knows me well. We play together and I coach him also. That's where I
This
started
guy,
coaching.
he cannot play.
He was a good player.
Just say it as it is.
To be frank honest, he
Okay.
was part of my good players. So we were playing
Yeah.
together, lack of a good coach. So as part of the senior players, they pushed me to go and coach the boys because having a good coach in place was a problem.
Yeah.
And now at the time I was even I even wanted to continue playing, but with the condition because here in the Gambia when you get married and you are not concentrating 100% in the gym, there will
Yeah.
times you are somebody who is old.
boy si comment bi boy ñu la ko olof boy ñu
Uh,
jëlé ko waaw
gaañ
waaw waaw
mun naa
Yeah. Just
waaw ñu
yeah.
demee ko
Do
ñu ne
what you're comfortable with.
waaw good
Yeah.
donc noonu la demee so gars yi force ma dem nekk coach Blue Star so noonu laa dooree but xam nga sometimes ñu ñëpp person of the game lañ amee soo nekkut player nga nekk coach I think the only difference mooy coaches yi duñ dee travel si aduna bi pour maybe am xaalis bu bari comme players yi but sant yàlla te football moo nekk di put something on the table for my family so naa si yàlla
Yeah.
moom Basiru mi daf si play a very big role because ñoo ma doon support bi ma started coach as a young coach bi nga xamante ne I started coaching Blue Star with xam nga boppa bi da mun naa la wax dara nekku fa woon so ñoo ma joxoon the confidence and then they were standing suma side and then di pare di joxe because yaa ngi coach players yi nga xam ne da nga play ñoom is not easy but they give me the support so ba ñëpp gëm ma mun a continuer team bi ba àggale ko fu mu mun a àgga so bu ma jëlee team bi dañ doon play local tournaments Wellingara Sinthiou Badji Estate Abuko and so ñun most of the time round of 16 quarterfinals lañ daan am so bu ma ñëwee tamit suma first at bi dafa nekkoon comme cosaan la si team bi foofu laa am so ñi prepare pour dem qualify round ma dem suma first season bi first game ñi door ma dellu si so bu ma ñëwee dellu si di prepare pour season boobu noonu dama dem ba di deadline so si la ma gars yi won ne comme ku ñu waroon a fayal du ñu mun a fayal so I have to convince the boys xaar leen benn next season because time boobu man tamit maa ngi yoon liggéeyoon bu fekka maa ngi am liggéey bu tane su fekkee boys yi dinañ mun a muñal dinaa leen fayal Welingara Sinthiou ak Kunkujang then ma prepare pour qualify round su jotee dinaa dem so at boobu das mean duñ dem so ñaari player ñoo fa nekk ñi nga xamante ne ñoo mënuñu woon a xaar dañ dem play nawetaan but the rest dama leen mujjee convince so dama amee woon ne big squad bi nga xamante ne ñeneen ñi ñu ngi Welingara ma register leen Sinthiou ñeneen ñi ma register leen Badjie Estate but every day bu ñëw play ñëpp dañoo ñëw in board suma kër foofu la ñoo piqué team bu dem play kenn du daan xam ne ndax bokka nga ndax register na la Welingara ndax register la so amoon na around 6 to 7 players key players nga xam ne ñoo la register ball tournament so no laa bilee team bi ba season boobu mu jeex then the following season fekk am na a good team in the place ñu dem qualify round so yàlla def ñu qualified dem play proper nawetaan dem straight final so and ñu ñëw because man li ma tere nekk player loolu laa bañaloon xale yi Basiru can be my witness bugguma player di jógee fale outside nga ñëw play because of your big name da nga trainer team bi every day soo ko munut aw no play su fekkee ngay wàccee taw sama du ma la player so gamoon naa si xale yi si area bi unless ñu gis ne sax yow yaa ngay jàng wala yaa si liggéey bi nga xamante ne amuloo time boobaa ñu bàyyi la waaye anybody ku am time rek use naa la so da nga gis noonu laa def ba ma after bu pare ma gaada very good team boobu laa yóbbu qualifier ma dem qualifier léegi bu ma demee ba dugg si qualifier proper nawetaan bi rek ma commencé di am di feeling that mun nañoo yóbbu team bi third division but buñ demee ba jël runners up buñ demee final bi gars yi door ñu xaalis boobu noonu dañ ko patiyee ñu toog te am na lu ma toog parce que ma wax
loolu daal yëfi Gambia la loolu moom njëkkeewut si yéen
yeah te man I spend my money ma register team boobu noonu for qualify round and then ñu dem ba final bi community bi ñëw because tey bu ma demee ba si biir dama wax gars yi ne ñu ma doon àndal man Anes Buuba Njaay ak Ibrahima Jobis ma ne leen team bi man maa ko nekk di phone mun ma di continuer di phone ni team bi because man tamit maa ngi amee famille so what are we going to do dañ ko delloo back to the community gars yëpp bañ ma ne leen no we have to do it so si lañ delloo team bi si community bi because ma ne leen man maa nekk di spend xaalis maa fi nekk di liggéey bu tane doo dañ ñeneen dañ dee mun a raba part time ba loolu sustain team so ma ne leen dañoo delloo team bi si community ñu owaate meeting and then ñu dajale everybody ñu continuer liggéey bi so bu ma demee ma ne leen dañoo dem third division ñu bañ xaalis bi ñu patee ko ma jëlaat suma xaalis ma dem fay third division qualify round ma play qualify round bi ba straight second division dama play 11 game of knockout balaa ma dugal triangular buñ jógee triangular yàlla def ñu dem second division so noonu lañ nekkee second division time bu second division du leen dee tere nawetaan suñ jógee si second division dama dee bugga du dee nekk yëpp yow waaye players yu ma dee use second division most of them ñooñu laa dee use si nawetaan team bi so team bi dafa demoon ba strong boo xamante ne si 5 years yooyu noonu dañ contrôle Serekunda East dañ win dañ play 5 final dañ win benn league ñaaka win benn knockout win ñaari super cup si 5 final ñu play benn lañ lose.
ok kay haral foofu noonu man Alassane may ma foofu noonu dama because man Blue Star laa nekkoon te Blue Star laa doon play waaye team bi num daanoo man bu right now daf ma naxari so Karik num nekk di wan ga dem play ñetti final team bi was very successful both si first division second division ak nawetaan level waaye den toog nga gis team bi Karik daanu all of a sudden team bi daanu so mun nga ñu explain lan moo xew Blue Star lan moo xew si diggante bi within that 2 years Blue Star household name all of a sudden Blue Star mu daanu lan moo xew.
Yeah, man, suma xalaat bu ndaw la maybe duma correct because after dam xam suma emona ñoom rek ma génn ma dem uta dawali suma wërsëg because si aduna bi man suma la waxee ne du fii munuma la wa du fele te man dama dem be time nga xamantene do awma legi ni today alhamdulillah I'm a big holder time bobu nonu sax man liggéey naa be dem second division awma di lancing sa di amoo ko so but dama believe on ne comme I have the person so ma ngay dajale ay youth nga xamantene dama bañ gaay jël yoon bi nga xamantene bu bon la so santé si yàlla jàppalen si ay xale te ñu ngi amee some of them are professionals okay léegi man li tax man ma génna si team bi it was simple because of financial report because ñu ngi liggéey si team bi for so many years board bi amul mandate because by right every 4 or 5 years dañu war a waaw di joxe lenge bi ñu demee élection su fekkee mbooloo bi daf leen gëm ñu toogaat dafa war a toog waaye loolu amut so board bi moo nekk di toog continuously léegi dafa am ay sort of amount bi nga xamante ne moom lañ dee win nawetaan ñun nawetaan team bi moo dee foon second division team bi now so anything li nga xamante ne moom lañ am si second division man dama ko dee mun a capture in mind maybe get taken si ñoo ma dee miss sometimes because bu ma demee ba bu gën a concentré 100% si football bi dama génnee suma signature si bank account bi so si side xaalis bi dama si génnee because nekkul suma yoon xawma affaire xaalis yes so affaire football bi laa nekk di am dem kanam bàyyi ma concentré foofu now after dama dee mun a calculate léegi let's say big games yi dañ dee mun a am ay 10,000 12,000 get takings and dama dee mun a tamit calculate ñaata lañ dee mun a spend par campaign so su second division di door rek man dama dee mun a téye in mind let's say 25,000 lañ am léegi that 25,000 example laa la ne mun naa ëppa because league bi soo ko winee $50,000 soo winee cup knockout bi is 30,000 so get taken si yëpp mu ngi foofu noonu final day mun nga am up to 7,000 to 75,000 so munuma laa wax exactly lan moo xam because man duma daan gis xaalis bi léegi dama dem ba time ma ne leen we need a financial report loolu moo créer moo escalate everything so and then dem naa ba man sama gisuma booba ne comme nu things yi nekk di dem it's not right te ñun ay dëkkandoor lañ man mun naa continuer without the team te I believe team bi mun naa continuer without me so si la dem and I believe suma génn bi sax yow bokk nga si ñu ma connect ba fi ma nekkatee Rhino you are part of the people that give me the connection to Rhino so dara umpul la so but this was the issue it was about naka la ñoo manage xaalis phone si financial report nañu gaay wax ne xaalis bi bu ngee am yearly nii ak nii lañ ko dee spend bon loolu amutoon loolu moo tax man ma back up.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, Alison, go ahead.
Yeah, very, very commendable. Xam nga yëfi Gambia moom yëfi nawetaan ak second division teams and all that, you know, ak seen problème yi xaalis soo ko waree wax fii, you know, du jeex. So we have a long, you know, have to go. So Tariq, I just want to ask you, Coach Guneka, you have an idol. Yow dañ dee seetaan, like I know you watch international sports and obviously you have an idol, but you have a philosophy and a style of play. Yow kan mooy sa idol when it comes to coaches, and yow lan mooy sa philosophy, and how do you get the best out of your players?
Good man. Basiru mana mo ñoro dëkk kër di jo Real Madrid Barcelona, you see me we are in a Barcelona sad.
Yeah, I see that.
So you time we dominated Spain mu daw mu dem Man City, but Real Madrid fan la woon.
Moom Real Madrid la doon support.
Yeah, 100%. Suma kër lañ naan seetaan El Clasico.
Ay base daal yow kon base nekkul sa an authentic Man
City
fan dafa bëgg Real Madrid ñëw Man City. Okay, so, I understand. Xam nga rek.
Yeah, what happened is
go ahead.
Football xam nga ñun dañ ko bëgg ngir Yàlla tax. So dañ so woon noonu rek nekkutoon come man, I was not expecting to be a coach like where I am today, but sometimes alhamdulillah legi niki so si lo neka even sacha so fa neka nga am full fayda da nga am dem kanam right basiri hamna I don't joke with my job. So 2 hours more, you either do what I want or buy. Man, I don't believe on big names players. I believe in the collective work. More I'm not those days. More them wanna be a key player. Balaman manyo ken yakaro ko won. Ñi nga xamantene ñi no leen yakaro man dama ñoo ma teg leen aside. Ma jox trust bi ñoom ñi nga xamantene they are young and they want to do the job. Understand nga? Ba pare amoon key players yi nga xamantene ñun buñ do play ñoo nekkon du suñu yaakaar yi ban man dama ñoo mënu ma ko defa gaay because of I don't want xam nga the big man thing. Dama bëgg ñëpp ku nekk nga simé ko nga futé ko nga liggé. So okay man coaching ma dooree after first game qualifier round ala ñaasi moo ma guide and then ba léegi moo ma nekk di guide ba fu ma toll nii any course bu ma duga moo may jox formality moo may encourage moo may support everything lu mu mun ba ma def course bi ba tey alhamdulillah mais bii xool la but ñun Barcelona fan lañ bëgg nañ football Barcelona and especially bu Pep Guardiola ñëwee. So
okay, that's well, Lulu mom, it's very good because like a lot of young managers, absolutely they look up to Pep Guardiola. But obviously you can always speak in Wolof or language you're comfortable with. So Gambia then like football. Then you very Solen laje nañ la wax Pep Guardiola o ñu wala Jose Mourinho do dégga ñoom Arne Slot wala coaches yoo xam ne ñu ngee just door so that is really good waaye I understand ne comme league bi mu ngi waroon a start today. The fourth division league it was supposed to start today waaye at the end of the day ngeen receive a letter bu leen wax ne comme league bi dañ ko postpone because of lan amuñ e-football fields yoo xam ne comme mun ngeen fa play te yow prepare nga sa boy si ngeen ba pare at the end of the day ñu ne leen ne league bi du am so yéen foog ngeen toog ngeen xaar for a certain period of time balaa ngeen a start yow naka nga feel boo amee this information the last minute ñu ne leen ne seen league bi dañ ko postpone ba like after nawetaan or after zonals it should be very difficult for the players ñoo xam ne train nañ ba pare they were looking forward to this day how would you keep them motivated after all?
To be frank honest ñun ñëpp anybody ku nekk si football buñ ko déggee neexul la because of soo gisee ñuy play nawetaan is because of danga bëgg a players yu nekk di play nawetaan yëpp dañ bëgg a play first division or second division. So priority Gambian football dafa nekk war a nekk league football so ñu ñëpp ñu ngi yàkkamti woon because lii moo nekk suñ liggéey am then soo ñu joxe a period of time def nañ suñ preparation bi ba 2 days 3 days more des pour league bi start ñi dégg ne du amat to be frank honest ak ma neexul si xool but foog naa tamit nekkul something li nga xamante ne dafa luy door a am daal am na su fekkee maybe adjustment of the fixture dañ dee yokka maybe ñu ne leen da ngeen a start on the 7 maybe ñu yokka si ba the following week the 14 ay yoon waaye every year this kind of thing daf dee xala am daal maybe this year dafa gën a serious because of affaire yi mun naa la wax ne it is against the league against the Navetan zones because right last year ñu bu ñoo door Baka was available Brikama was available Serekunda is more nekkutoon available so right now so bëggee génne Serekunda is génne Baka Brikama I don't know exactly what is the information that but I believe Brikama they mun a play foofu noonu because of ñoom Brikama United ñu nekk di organize tournament ñoom moom Brikama United so I believe foofu du nekk a problem but minus this kind of it at the condition bu ñu nekk right now I think it's disturbing a bit but loolu yëpp xam nga soo demee tamit dem ak a ñëw man dama am a different view because right now league bi du stop su fekkee at least 15 teams yu ñu am 10 teams yi yëpp dañ lu Real nekk def dañ ko def so those teams yi amul xaalis but it's come down back to the clubs because ñun ñëpp suñu amoon suñu venue league bi du non stop
Yeah, yeah, understand. It's very sad. You have to receive this like at the last minute. Come, young train like the boys and all that. So players, how do they feel about this? How do they feel? Did they feel disappointed? Train in the last minute. They have to wait now a little bit longer to get things going.
Yeah, some of them are disappointed, but Mawala, what happened with many of the teams this year? This on the 7 Pro League we start on the 7. Teams in Barigamunyu won. I told you Brikama trained more than 3 weeks right now, Brikama. And some of the teams then over later joined. So we started a bit early, but nekut with the complete squad. So I'm not saying players be fit. So those are the players in Gambian, they will feel okay. But man, suma honest opinion, man, Damabu wanna start. No matter what happened, even with the small number, I wanted to start the league earlier. So, but it's down to the negotiation with the players. Then explain teaming out Haman and Yomulo Amal Sabova field. So new organized tournament, they have to negotiate a new more fields. So soon they go, what are you doing? What can we do? And I continue training, they're gonna continue preparation because right now, the not delay ending before, but any week being add pre-season I think it's a benefit to us also because now is lingam monkey only lingomuna the part.
Yeah, and correct. So league be finally started because obviously right now Nekulen the play because there is a message net obviously league be to start right now. While league be should maybe start. You have your plans and you want to achieve something for the upcoming season.
Yes.
Team Rhino obviously foog ma ne di nga ñëw toog nga ne okay ñun dañoo jël league bi at bi or obviously if you want you can say that but what are your plans? What is your motivating factor for this season? Lan nga bëgg achieve to say in this upcoming season that is around the corner.
Yeah, man, most of the time, Suma analyze man personally because that day I'm a season target from the management and then even players are new men. Then they sas them talk me in the news and target buga agman lima in the management then finally deny access to all those things after the muna ham land more the reality. Football so quite analyze man lumade was humanity. By football 99.9 reality la daga regla. Okay, it's very difficult for me to compete real. Do you know why? Because they don't play 15 games at home.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
15 games at home.
Because they have their own stadium, isn't it?
Very good. Now,
Okay.
if you
what's your take on that? Because I think apart from Real Banjul, Ben team would they play home games. So is that an advantage to Real Banjul and a disadvantage to the other teams?
No, Brikama have the same advantage, and this year Dotland will have the same advantage. But what I'm trying to say, teams find it difficult to get a point at Basori. So, and then Real will come maybe lose one game outside and then manage the remaining 3 outside game. They will have or they will win. Even if they have, for example, 3 games that they will play outside, they may lose 1. But yenen James here then go them manage to bon guy am point. But lu they neka sen priority mo isi. Lu mundi happen to be but sikergi bunyaka. They will try to win convincingly. So advantage Bob Laga. One man lolu modeta guy we win league with them. But there's a big difference between Real and the other clubs. Nekomafa, but I'll tell you the truth. Because in time of organization, in time of finance, in time of a lot of things, they are ahead of many clubs. So Mansuma Nuete Manila, Dama win club. Though Suma Fanekon gain up one gain last year, that change small thing. But Suma Fanekon continuously, Muna and this Muna now and Dama win league. But Mawala. So if you are not financially strong for Gambia, it's going to be very difficult. Because, for example, real computer fortune, what a player fortune, each player's squad be $1,000. Maybe some of the club cannot do that. Understand? Real, the fact come, players are be 5 days or 7 days before the game. We cannot do it. In the preseason right now, then there comes in players here for maybe 1 week, 2 weeks. Other clubs cannot do it. So these are the things in Haman and the Lola one putting a computer real is difficult. They have a very good coach, they have a very good management, a very supportive management. In Haman and a 3-point be Lumlen Gerald. Muna am fake out for yenen management. Okay, you get the board, they are competent and they are selling. Man, the rent, some produce 3 players that are going to Europe and are even fight for relegation. My people are satisfied because Harris Bobu no more new sustain team before next season. But this year, to be frank honest, I don't think we will fight for relegation because my last year, the man you mafia team, the situation it was difficult. Manage. Be safe lately, but I don't think we will fail in that situation again because young and Lubari, more than even this year, a lot of things are changing.
Okay. Just a follow-up question. Can you take us through Luda? You at the beginning of last season, Magena Rhino, them TMT, mid-season Nadelo Siwat. Let me treat this zone.
To be frank honest, Rhino is like a home to me. You know it very well. My people by you guys, Munumale was there, but I wanted a new challenge. I'm about coaching when Pep Guardiola Barcelona. Munala one is a how man that why Munala was a do pay tax. But never prefer to gain as a bit. Lord Moko a big manager today. They among everything in Barcelona, Mundo win everything. Player Bunsola Barcelona then go job. But the fact is I put gain, then Lolo Moetamun Nisi Gamlumun. So that's what I was trying. But Bomademe TMT, it was a different story. Though Alhamdulillah, been now a very good team bang for Belegi, and then they put now a very good system of play, move for Belegi. I am proud of that. But resource more Munutona new. And then man, the past years there was too much pressure on me. Win. So win Munuta new. So I decided to step down. I'm Mumaya had Niki project on me because the guy Bobabi mom dem kanam regular gis wa xam nga borom dole xamone danga so waji mom man pressure bu am to Rhino bobu la am fale we have to win do ke force o mako but with all the effort lo la tere daf la ko jox so you must bring resource so bu ma demé be gis ne man situation num nekal dem ni duma febo with man suma favor be men dem na watana mom ñu dego bugul ma bay to be frank on duma wa fen and then am defun ma dara lu man na xare man ma gis ne resource ne ko di ñew then I have to talk to live with him ñu am agreement then madam dama decide on pour talk season bi je and then these people come ni feka ñom tamit tago na ña sen ko bi gaay ñoo ñaan so I decided to go and then ma jappale na as a family with even mutual understanding. So madam jappale team be them safe and then lol motax this year ma continue.
Okay, so team Rhino xamna I think da ngeen jaay ben o ñaari player ay pour squad development tamet ndax da ngeen dee dem ci especially nawetaan ci ngeen dem ci ground bi start players you know pour improve sen team because comme lo la nekk di explain Real Banjul ngay jaay player almost every season ay ñaar ñetti ben sometimes 5 players but still now ñu ngay dominate league bi understand te ñom player ñu nekk di dominate player ñu bir Gambia la nekk di nak yeen dem ben effort ngeen nekk di def pour make sure ne ngeen dem ci nawetaan zone ci ngeen dem ci ground very good players ñu leen ci
yeah pour ma wala daga player bu ñew naweta mo break through to the first division bena la but amna lu Real am li nga xamane maybe niti amuñu ko Real muna select 50 to 60 players feka 25 la use all the divisional players, man, said this year, guy just not my loan player. So guys so like next year, I've had back. And then soon you man Majoko playing time, no matter what happens, is going back. Okay, all the divisional teams, first and second division, then very armed players. Most of the club, then very armed players. Legi, Elite Mui Fofu no, same players, then very them. Sport Real. Ganga me Sport Real. So team Bingaman play third division Banjul. So team Bobu no, then very promote player every year. The best players from that team, I'm going to Elite and New Dempsey. If they are ready, they are coming back. Real, even during this season, they are not afraid to sell players because after the nine receive some of their lonely player and then guide their see team being continue losing. So right now, I'm a second division team, I'm a third division team. Yeah, so we have to put a strategy and then it's very difficult for me and players. I 5-6 players now loan. And then even for them right now, me put that connection to have loan easy. It's very difficult to give a player from right now on loan. And the real money access goal. So that is this big advantage Missy guy. So that is man right now, okay. Team Muma prepare last 3 years more fun legi ben adjustment every year while I need adjustment. Because you time been there that big number. So I did that core of player you never them. Okay, the other thing time Luther do they so good now players. You as Rhino we play system. You have to understand Lala team this year I'm a lot of adjustment because I'm not players who buy on because of maybe we are not happy with some of the players who happened last year players. So I'm a lot of adjustment. But that, for example, like this player being do well at armed forces or player being do well at Brikama in the coffee, he find it very difficult. Very, 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 very difficult.
Yeah.
So team play we are working on we work a lot on basic. Because of Munda you are good in 1v1, we have to let you go. Even though position wise players team in the towers are so we find it difficult with some of the players. But as time goes on, more time money okay, Bugon and League be start now, even but this delay time in Muna and give opportunity to other clubs to prepare better.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm not why I have a strong belief that Northern players because so the example is Solmat. No, dafa jóge si nawetaan noonu la éegi tëdd Abuko United so nawetaan bi da nga mën a gis player yoo xamante ne amuñ toon opportunity bi pour divisional team si gis leen so player yooyu noonu soo leen let's say nga ñëpp dem forcément bi ngay xool waaye soo jëlee player boobu noonu nga mën a ko benn game ñaari game ñetti game nawetaan bi daf day am knockout soo xoolee 5-6 games da nga mën a xam ne comme ndax player bi na mën a sut suma système bi na mën a sut suma système understand let's say nga dem east nga dem west wala léegi ngeen am boy yoo xamante ne sax let's say ñu dëkk west ñu dëkk east am na ñu dëkk Banjul nga ne season bu ñëw ne dama bëgg a add ñetti player xoolal ma player yoo xamante ne da nga solo fullback nga ne tam seetal ma ñaari fullback yu baax wala ñetti fullback yu baax wala ñaari striker yu baax wala ñetti striker yu baax so bi ne boo tamee is a strategy in developing bringing this young player because nawetaan bi yéen soo leen jëlee player yi si soo leen jëlutee player nawetaan bi pour divisional league bi it will be very difficult su fekkee ne gars dañ war a dañ war a mun third division third division no second division fourth division am na player yoo xamante ne naka tra si age bi du leen may loolu noonu there are some players yoo xamante ne am na player yoo man play naa Juan player like Juan moo tax léegi su ma play gisee Juan sax Juan play ba fourth division level ba waxuma la cinq pro waaye play ba fourth division level comme ni mu war a play you know so it's heartbreaking am na yeneen player yoo xamante ne gars yi they just need visibility understand nga so ngeen dem pack si start comme so we have so many good players in nawetaan ground so as team and xam naa li some management la waaye as a coach what do you think?
Okay, now the problem we have again dinaa la ko waxaat advantage bu Real am okay ma wala and last 2-3 days Moustapha Niasse ak Cheikh guys sign nañu fala guys sign is it The one scout Serekunda is Navetan, plain and zonals, but they end up at Real. Fofla Negari. So the special players in Harmony, they are ready for just ready-made players. I'm going to buy force, Massino Solman in our and they were ready. Bugai they play Navetan. They were ready for any competition. Because talent ban for one, if you see them even playing in the local tournaments, these are special players. So, but those special players now in the Navetan zones, they are going for Real. Yeah, because Donald example at Mustafa Akse, say player Neymar, Rhino is a Neymar team. We even know his families, but they told us that this guy is going for Real. So you cannot do anything. Mota Malela, this is the advantage book guy. How and I don't understand.
Wow,
yes,
why, coach?
This year right now, so the ongoing now. I'm not placing them and they are ready, 100% ready. Why we cannot get them? Try and it was very difficult. You cannot get them.
Yeah.
You also
why man? I just wanted to ask, the family in Gambia, Real de Banjul is like every player's dream. You know,
yeah,
as long as
like
Demulo outside.
It's like Real Madrid.
Yeah, as long as Demulo outside could play outside of the Gambia, but within the Gambia, every player's dream is Real de Banjul. Lanmo Wara Lulu, they have a good management. They have a very rich owner. They are lucky to get a lot of sponsorship deals in. Lutah Lulu, it's just the basics. They have a good management. The club is well run. Why Fogolone, Gambian teams, especially first division teams, they should try to emulate Real de Banjul. Try to lobby sponsors, try to do whatever it takes. Because Lee is not sustainable. Real de Banjul is here and all of the others are there. So how can you compete in these circumstances? Because even before league will start, Real Madrid, Real de Banjul, they will take the best players. They will just leave the players that they don't want for you to, feed on. So, lan nga loolu la teams yi wara def pour ñu mëna catch up with Real de Banjul in terms of Gambian football.
Okay, man, one thing Mawala, the long period of sustaining the team here. Team BMV.
Yeah.
Because so by all the big guns in Real, while done is in the second division. Because must now watch at them second division. Hawks must now watch at them second division. I'm not saying that Real management is better than all this management, but Munala one, I'm not yakarne. They are doing something that the other teams are not doing.
Yeah,
because
and it is now up to the teams to know what they are doing right to try to emulate it. I understand that obviously Real Banjul, they are very rich. Maybe all the teams cannot be as rich as they are, cannot get deals done outside the country as they do. I understand that. Why Lee is not sustainable at all. You need to try to catch up. How you will do that, I don't really know, but you need to sit and at least demand for a fair playing ground. Because look, Real de Banjul, you am a home ground, but sorry, obviously any division team, bohamne for serious, you should be able to have your own feel or not try pour nga am ko. Why guy fogon na ne GFF ñu dé defar fixtures yi waron nañu mëna try ñu hol Real de Banjul waru ñu mëna play like all of their games in Basori war nañ ko understand war nañu jël yenen games
no why now that is the advantage of them spending money getting Harley. So the Pirates will go no man I support you 100%. They should be playing 50 games at home because they spend money for it.
Yeah, it should be
Real buñ commencé they use 2 balls pour them cover and training. Lolu dute yagana. And then they are among the first clubs in Amman no 100% clubhouse. Real fole. Then amal na send living house or call it send Philly Boba. Say Philly Boba no munga fa campe and then the academy is going. So to be frank honest bro, nañ leen jox credit bi rek, and then we tried at least ñeneen ñi suñ mënta def lu gaay nekk di def sax, but at least 25% of what they are doing. So now I just saw I'm a clubhouse now, I'm boss. So munta am field size is better. Clubhouse and a boss. So I started for no goto. Time dina aksi. Then I'm got see side the player Mala promise me you see field we are negotiating the transfer of the players every day. I involved in transfer negotiation for my club because Damalende Dimbale in time of negotiation because I'm not convinced players. But so we say a lot of the players then book them real. They are not paying better than the other clubs because fee salary ports. They're gonna pay Gamtel forces those days. Right now, how much more they're gonna pay now? But real, they will tell you that a guy, we are not going to pay a big salary. Come and try your luck. If you do well, we put you in the market.
Yeah.
Simple. So players,
I think the reason why most of these players are going to Real de Banjul is because of one reason. Because so whole Gambia, Real de Banjul know they cannot sell players. Understand?
Yes.
Come to one. Then now one okay, we will not put you on a big salary. However, you have the opportunity to sign through. So most of the players are going there. They are not going there to play basically for the Gambian league. They are playing for Mecca and
Professor.
Why no man can do one more? I'm not being on the question for Tarik. You try to bring other teams send money in here. Second, unload that financial muscle cloud. You look for shareholders elsewhere. You know how much they can inject in. Understand? But companies like Africell, they have the money. They can have shares in some of these teams. Understand? A load of fire can add in the league.
Real di Banjul have to keep
Real.
Wow.
Yeah, Real Africell they sign a contract.
Listen, guy, them QCell, you sign contract QCell.
Now, mawala Beneting man lima lunda luma halata.
Yes.
Okay, these are the platforms. We have then go over a jail. Ni dimbale Gambian League B.
No, didn't stop.
Okay, I am very happy. Because we have. I am sorry, the Hamna man. I don't want to fall in those kind of situations like Gix Bindo or something about that, and then he has a big problem with the money of the journalists. Okay, man, I'm not saying that Lunne Kadiwa do about the federation, but every time the biggest platform here, not about sports, but so by help Watson Gambia, I'm dollar. Gamfoot, the same thing. Now people are sitting outside every time Gamfoot about how corrupt the federation is. Don't you think some of the outside companies then you ragal invest their money in our football?
No. I don't think that should be a reason why they invest because then they could invest put your hands. Then I invest shares. Part of that shares, invest team Rhino. Let's say I'm not
No, Basiru. It's not every investor that solar share. For example, sponsorship for the league. More maybe living la solar rek nakala ko sa
advertisement la soxla exposure.
Advertisement la pour mom nit gis ko. For example, Baluwo. Baluwo buñ dugale sa loxo ci football Gambia la xam what is Baluwo. Understand? Those people yo legi partnership la solar at that time. Okay, yo legi Africell da nga fone Africell lan mota the guy demal Real maybe to convince more youth players because mawala fi in reality 80% of the players they are using QSL. So Africell maybe mu ngay dugal legi football pour convince the youth pour guy muna dem liggéey because doma wane affaire xaliss la nekk di wut ci Real wala doma wane Africell legi yefi feñ la buga mota mo dem pour sign contrat with Real because I'm not exposed over para. So some of the people you have to come for exposure like Baluwo Lundef. Come and put your money in the league and then. But man, wahuma Gambians mun nañ ko def because they know what is going on here. Why league one company moy joge outside. Muy ñew dafa am that fear because our people already they have the name written here corrupt. ñu nekk di run football bi. So and now yow Basiru tey seen platform bi, if you can find one field that you can construct for Gambians, if it's to fake doo ko jox the federation, you are going to rent it for the federation, do it. Léegi yokkal nga ñu benn field and you are getting your money every day. Federation, they will pay you the money to play there, and people will be renting the field to train there. Anga yokkal nga ñu benn field. Then come foot def loolu mu yokkal benn Boston Gambia mu defal benn field on their name. Mu tuddee ko stadium bi sa turam. Du mu gëna xam nga ñu si dañoo gën a kontaan si ñoom, and then field boobu soo paree nga ren ko su la neexee maybe léegi you are there to support. Su fekkee field bi ñun léegi soo bëggee goal project 2000 a day or second is 2000. Yo, nga def ko 1.5 because you are here to help. Understand? Bu fekkee federation bi they have to pay 5,000 to play a match. You make it 3,000. How many I understand?
Yeah, understand.
Yeah, you have a point, you know.
Is not a good job. You guys are doing great. But later, I'm going to set ko. So if you baax na fine, so baaxul tamit no problem. Xam nga ni ku nekk sa xalaat la, football moom ku nekk sa opinion la.
Yeah. You have a point anyway. Of course. Why just man my own opinion, man. I don't really think that it's come the responsibility what's on Gambia or Gamfootla for new build football field. I know that's not what you mean. You know, that's not what you mean. You're just saying your opinion. Why come football in Gambia the fatolu for hamne swing ko oyed daw yaram sa is an understatement. You know, because the fact daw yaram bo hamne teams yo hamne like munuño am sen own fields. Like a first division club yo hamne munuño am like a proper management, because lolu it is even the minimum you can ask for. A team boss. Teams yo hamne amuñ boss. It's the basic minimum you can ask for. You know, sometimes it just makes a lot of people sad. When we talk about Gambia, we talk about these basic things. Like in Europe, for example, you don't have to be first division. You can be like a community club. Community club, you have like bosses, you have everything, you have a field. Why Gambia is another story. And I hope and I pray that we come to the point lead a 5 year team bu nekk di nga am sa boss, team bu nekk di nga am sa field, team bu nekk di nga am sa headquarters, and that will come in the future. I have no doubt about it, because everything have to start from somewhere. But man, I just want to understand from you, Kari. Welcome, Ibrahima.
Yeah, so Karik, your final take this season, because Ibrahim time so your final take and your target for the season.
Yeah. Man, boss, how are you?
Ibrahim, your mic is mute. Some mic bang mute, Ibrahim. We are not hearing you.
Good. Boss Malan, you did Sanda. I'm not my time is up. But Hanane.
Thank you very much.
Let's move Jegal Mama will league be. It's our boss. So we will try to find a better position. As our team we will try to
against our vision.
Now
That is against our vision.
Yeah, but our target is to finish better than last season.
Okay.
So, and then if you can reach maybe the final of the FA, if you can win the FA, no problem, because my boss don't want to win the FA. Every time you will go up to 7th and maybe around the corner, you just concentrate on the league. So maybe we can fight for the FA.
Okay, Kari, thank you so much. We hope to bring you.
But I hope this year the Vanega a better season than the past, because I believe every year we're trying to step up a bit. Wow, why Hamna Hamwa Blueberry why every year coaches here I know they are trying to at least new mom is a holder last now. They're in the something big in the league again. and then you am nañ bi right now dinañ step up a bit. So I believe this league bi dafa gën a neex than at yi passé tamit.
Okay. Okay, Kari, thanks so much. And see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Thank you, bro.
Well,
Alasan, Ibrahim is all yours.
Ibrahim, how are you? Aside from our internet and being stable.
Fine, thank you, sir.
Ibrahim, yeah, okay. Welcome to the fan zone.
I'm in the village, so that's the biggest problem.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure.
welcome. Yeah. Thank you. I know you were watching, and then you heard what Tariq said, and we have been asking questions concerning Gambian football, and of course the postponement of the league. What's your take on this? When you received the letter telling you that the league is postponed, how did you feel? How were the mood of your players?
I think first and foremost, I have to, I got my disappointment as a coach. I have my yearly plan, and then going against my yearly plan, it's never a cup of tea. But it is not from us; it's from the clubhouse, which I think again is against the protocols. Again, the zones are still playing everything. I think they get the right, we get the privilege. So I think the FA get the privilege. The FA only get perhaps the privilege in Birkama, not at Sarfuna East, Bakau, or somewhere else. So this is the biggest problem in Gambian football. We don't have the ground to play. We are all disappointed.
Yeah, it's very sad. But how did your players take this news? How are you keeping them motivated, telling them to calm down, and how are you doing it after all the preparations, after all the plannings? How are the players coping? What is their feeling right now?
Absolutely, it is never their cup of tea or our cup of tea. Okay, knowing fully well that the real came from a hectic journey. We after the league we only have 3 weeks rest. From there we went into the CAF preliminary rounds preparations. From the Champions League qualifiers, we went straight. We only have a week rest. From there we went into the league preparation again, hoping that the league will start in November as promised. So having the extension and then it becomes boring on the players. Now it's our responsibility as coaches in making sure we manage the moment. And here you have to perfectly manage the moment, or else we get our our players born out before the start of the league, before the mid of the season. So it is our responsibility as coaches in making sure we have a credible plan that can help our players to perform through the league.
Yeah, and when the league finally resumes, Ibrahima, what is your objective this season? Is it just keep on winning the league year in year out, or do you really think that you will have a good competition, from the other teams this season? What's your expectation? Are you there, Ibrahima?
Ibrahim, can you hear us? The internet.
No, only like boy, Gambia boy. Whether it's football, whether it's infrastructure, whether anything you name is just in poor condition. Yeah, but base, I think it was really nice. Absolutely, we got Karik online, and he shed light on a lot of things, and that is really important to know. The program doesn't really have to be so long. So at the end of the day, if Ibrahima cannot come back online, we can just I think we can just, call it a day because we've been here for 1 hour now. What do you think?
Let's give him one more chance. I think he's outside the country. And see,
yeah, outside the country, somewhere in Africa.
Yeah. Just one second.
Yeah, you can try to get him back online so we can move on, or else we can just call it a day.
Asan, I know you want to go. Danga buka dem sedan maji Liverpool. Te yen dolen dey win. Dolen relax.
My boy. 6 minutes. I want to watch my game, my friend.
Te yen dolen dey win, boy. So why?
Because I don't watch. If I watch, we will win.
Why I think on a more serious note, what Karik said, it makes sense. Why so whole Gambia League competition. From some of the players that are going to Real Banjul, you cannot blame them because at the end of the day, they sign professional contract. You want visibility and everything. And Real Banjul, they're giving you that. Why also Bullfat and most of the teams that are in the first division, like Team Rhino, Galaxy, TMT. Most of those teams, I'm in 10 years still like this. So they are still fresh, they are still new ownership. So in the next 5-10 years, these people, how to call it, Real Banjul, they will not find it any easy when in terms of competition from other teams, because Galaxy can start just few years ago, 2-3 years ago, and now they are mid-table teams, and the same thing applies to Team Rhino. So most of these teams, they are still young. So all gone to Neka Sillegbi, Hawks, Walidan, Steve Biko, they are not as good as before. Time Bunga Nekon Biko, Walidan, Nekon Wali, Portsmouth is non-Portsmouth, they are not strong anymore. So I think TMT, Team Rhino, Galaxy, in the next 3, even Fortune, in the next 3, 4, 5 years, Gardenio just need a very tough competition. That I'm pretty sure of.
Yeah, of course, Base. Lulu is very, very right. And we were talking about this Real de Banjul. And look, you cannot blame the players going to Real de Banjul because even though coming over here, they will not get a big salary, but they don't care if they get a big salary when they will get these, add-ons.
But
it's the exposure that they are looking for.
Ibrahim is back.
Ibrahim, are you hearing us now?
Can you hear us now? Ibrahim? 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 Ibrahim?
I don't think he's hearing us.
Ibrahim. So yes, Alasan, I think we have
so I Base, I was saying, but Real de Banjul must step up their game, providing Coach Ibrahim a stable internet and
I think he's outside the country, so the so like I was saying,
when you need to sign contract with Africell, so Africell must follow them everywhere, everywhere the coach goes, Africell must follow, isn't it? Is that not their slogan? But come Base, numala ko don wahe rek, man sumane kon player in Gambia. Team Rhino proposed to me a monthly salary of 10,000, and Real de Banjul proposed to me a monthly salary of 5,000, let's say. I look at the two teams, I look at the structure, I look at the management, I look at the facilities, I look at the benefits that I will get at Real de Banjul. I look at the trophies I will win and the planes that I will be flying to go on this African, championship and all that. Obviously, that is more to my own advantage than getting a 10,000 month salary, from Team Rhino and being stagnant in Gambia. And, joining Real de Banjul, where I know that I will get a lot of exposure I have a chance to be watched by international scouts, then obviously I will always take Real de Banjul. Come Real de Banjul
I think we need to give credit to teams like Team Rhino, the Galaxy, TMT, because Munlo compare Team Bohamantane dafa 50 years to Team Bohamantane is 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years, 5 years old. So I think I'm not playing them sometimes, if you go to like Galaxy Bunye, and they've sold so some good players, 1 or 2 players here and there. Understand? Same thing to apply to Team Rhino. You get jay players ay demenu. Why hamna ne come Team Rhino Real de Banjul will always have the upper hand. Dafa melni rek yow team ki ku nekk di play Brighton kenen ki ñew mu ne la ne Real Madrid mu ma soxla. Understand? Dafa melni train rek train ñu am Liverpool yaa ngi jóge win Liverpool Real Madrid ñëw rek nga dem jóge Liverpool dem Real Madrid. Understand? So Real de Banjul non la nekk biri Gambia. Why I think we need to give full credit to Team Rhino, Galaxy, TMT, Team Indaw yoo xamantene they are just starting the Gambia First Division League. They need to keep pushing. Sell. You take those baby step at in the next 5 years, 10 years, guy didn't make the next Real de Banjul biri Gambia, and then it's just that
of course. Base. Of course, all these teams that are competing with Real de Banjul in the Gambia, they must be commended absolutely, because just competing with Real de Banjul alone, is something that should be commended. Because how can you compete with all of these things that I have named, with all of the facilities, with the headquarters, with the field and all that, everything at their own fingertips? You cannot compete with that. And to be honest with you, that the playing field is not level. I can the playing field is not really level. When one team has all of that, and then you look at the next best thing, is so far away. You cannot compete with that. So it's like Real de Banjul, anytime they are starting a league, they are they have a head start, a very big head start. So all of the other teams must be able to catch up on that. So it's I know that Real de Banjul, this is their own money that they have worked on this, but GFF must be able to help the other teams that are competing to create a level playing field. A level playing field, Moylan, okay, Real de Banjul, not because of them Amsen own stadium, that's why they have to play like the whole season there. No, Lolo, it's not fair. I don't know if that is what's happening.
I think you are being unfair to Real de Banjul. But team mu nekk da nga am sa home games, am sa away game. So ñoom seen home game bi.
Yeah, of course.
Team Rhino, let's say guy ngi nekk Serekunda East, suñu amee seen home game, they will play it in Serekunda East. Understand? So paak boobu noonu ñoo ko dafa mel ni San Siro rek. So Real de Banjul, I don't think that is their fault. Team Indaw yi lu ñu mën a def mooy ñoom lu ñu mën a def. Guy dem uti sponsors, uti partners yoo xamante ne they will help them. Understand nga? Anga some Gambia da nga dem uti su fekkee ne sax mënuloo am koo xam ne dafa la sponsor 100%, dafa bëgg a certain percentage ci team bi mu nga ko jox 1%, 2%, and you grow the team. Understand? So I gajo ka mu ma tek mu ne ma coach bi mu ne mu ngi carton xam naa moo tax internet am bi baaxul. Waaye lu ma to go back to what I was saying, let's say Team Rhino ñu dem uti go look for sponsorship. The worst feedback that you will get, is a no. Just ask. Write proposal, write to companies. Wax leen ne ñun suñ team bi lii la. And man xam naa ne team Rhino suñ bindee good proposal, take it to some of these companies, they will have sponsors. Understand? Yoo xoolal team Rhino kañ la fi start, jóge second division, ñoom first division, and they are doing very well. Dafa nekk rek last season, they am some ups and downs. Then daha coach, then coach bi dafa génn gaa indi new coach boobu noonu mënut a stabilize kooku génn ki ñëwaat. Waaye bala season before last, so check it, they were I think in the top 5. Understand? Galaxy, it's a baby team. It's the youngest team in the league. Ñu nekk top 8, top 7. Understand? So do not make a one-man show all the time. You look for sponsors, and those sponsors come. You give them visibility. Some of them, they just need visibility. Understand? Proposal, tell them you gain visibility. Understand? So if you do that, you'll be able to compete with Real de Banjul. Why? With all these privileges that Real de Banjul have, come correct, in fact, they can sign 50 players. Out of those 50 players, they give 30. You said on let's say you team Rhino, you 5. ñu dem Galaxy ñu yola 5 dem Banjul United yola 5 understand so ñoo ñi ngay xool xale yooyu noonu so let's say yow xale boobu ñu am foofu noonu 5 months 6 months ñi nga gis they will recall him back understand
of course it's their player of course
so I think that's very important.
No, I thought the coach said, like Real de Banjul play almost all of their games at Basori, and then they have just like, few games that they play away. That was what I thought, he said. But of course, if it is like half of their games at their home ground and half away, then of course that is absolutely how things are done. Why come Real de Banjul play most of their games at Basori and just few games away? Then Lulu is not fair, But yeah, look, the point is, let's just accept this is the reality that we have found ourselves in. Real de Banjul is a very big club in Gambia, and it will continue to be like that. When the dominance will end, we don't know. When their money will finish, we really don't know, so at the end of the day, we just need to accept the reality, on ground. So what I would just want to say is, come no kono a fair sponsorship and all that, like these teams, they need investors that come and invest in the team. Ko da nga gis ne legi sponsorship yoyu boy fi office bo dem bi na fa proposal nga yobu ko xamal ne 10 yobu nañ before yow nga dem, understand nga? So the Gambia is like that. Gambia do they xam sa foy dem, because the few offices that are big, 20 have already gone there within the last 2 weeks, so and they cannot sponsor everybody. So it's very unfortunate, that is the situation that we have found ourselves in. There are no investors, there are no sponsorship, there is nothing. Dara neko di dox ci dëkk bi boy. Time bobu nonu sax da nga gis company yo xam they sponsor nawetaan very very nice. Legi you hardly see that. Because people don't look. There is no money, they tell you there is no money, even though we know there is. Obviously, that would depend, what you think. But money it's there. But if people say there is no money, you cannot really say otherwise. But at the end of the day, I think the league must set the standards. Come GFF, the forward set standards. Okay, if any new first division team, this is what we expect of you. If you don't meet this criteria, you cannot be like a first division team. Understand? I know it will be very difficult anyway, but yeah, come teams you have for already, we understand. But if somebody comes to buy a team, then this is our requirement. Then what I'm like a headquarters, we need to have a team boss. I don't even know if all the teams have a team boss. Lulu is open for a debate. I don't really think so, but at the end of the day, we just want the best for Gambian football. We want the best for the players. We want them to get exposed. We want them to play for the best teams in the world. That's the reason why we are saying, but everything have to start within ourselves. Everything have to start within the country. Deka bo xamne amulo stadium boy play your national team. How can you cannot be serious, understand nga? You cannot say anything to the first division leagues, so Lila, if you don't put your house in order, you cannot transfer that positive energy to the level below. It's not gonna happen. So there are a lot of things that need to change in Gambian football. There are a lot of things that need to change in that country before people start to take us serious. If not, we will just show up. Every league match, we show up and play. At the end of the season, Real de Banjul wins. They go to Africa, play their Champions League, or they play at their qualifiers. They take the best talents in the country and sell 2 or 3 every season, get at least their millions of dollars, and the gap gets wider and wider. Real de Banjul every season, Sugajaya 2 or 3 players. That is, you cannot tell me that is not a minimum of $5 million or $10 million. Minimum, or even more. And the gap gets wider. fii ban first division team moom moo la mun a wax ne am na $10 million si bank account am bi waxuma ne amut but you need to convince me about that, you know.
Yeah,
because
I'm not in a difficult because even Demba Gangi Jai Nyari player to Copenhagen, you know, a Champions League team.
Yeah.
Well, I know I you know we
new base a Champions League team. New they pays in what, euros, or they will pay in dollars?
In euros.
And the minimum they will pay. Let's just guess. Man suma guess moy at least num de player buneka maybe key 1.5 million euros, key let's say 1 million euros. Just imagine that is 2.5 million euros minimum. See, 2 players. 1 million euros is like what, $10 million. 10 million. You like 10, 15. You have $25 million with just 2 talents. Yo, one team in a season, muna recoup at like $25 million just because of playing in the first division. Yo, you go minus. You don't even go plus. You go minus every season because nang wara face a player. Yo, in the Wulo Ben crowd. Yo, first division. You know they setan in the first place. You go to a first division match, it's so barren, it's so empty. You know, so you cannot tell me, yo, you get money from tickets because yo, amulo season membership. Gambia, then I'm season membership. Ban club more. I'm like, okay, I don't know, but you know, it's very difficult. Like every club go on a minus country.
I'm not
apart from Real de Banjul. Anyway.
But we've started, you know. I think we need to bring executives from other clubs. You know, these junior clubs, they would, you know, they would try to explain to us, you know, challenges because if we are to say anything here, it will just be speculation and all that. Why we bring their executives and then they will talk to us. Our divisional league, amun visibility like the Nawetan. Nawetan munga them get ticket reng am 7,000, 9, 10,000 then a game get ticket Nawetan. Understand?
Lolo is much more interesting to the community than first division league. Lolo, it has been there like since.
Idea bubble and what a change. You know, everything is not does not have to be with GFF. Sumbuge change swing football, swing mindset, concept building what a change. Understand? You know, really Banjul, you want them play a fortune. Understand? Really Banjul gainer, fortune gainer. You know. But club system they want to start the uti fan base, uti fans club bi ñu ñew understand ma bi jé nga jox leen ben 3,000 nga ne li way den leen ko top séda, you know, daf leen encourage ñu ñew understand nga season ba nga ñew start nga print ay jerseys ci amande way ne ko da nga just print jersey joko team bi dese nga print extra 25 jersey nga xol la season ñoo nekk sa top 25 11 fans nga jox leen ko nga ne gaay ni nga ñew ci game nga dafa motivate gaay understand way da nga dem séda
exactly
I said on divisional game, that's it. Not just 5 nit, 10 nit, 15 nit. You know, it's not promising that. It's not promising. Why? You know, we are just
the fans want to be involved. Understand? Because man, yo man suma amon team sa si koñ bi sa. You know, you don't show me that courtesy. You don't show me that I belong. You don't show me that sense of, you know, belong. I belong to you. Dumala fare. You know, and this is what Nawetan is doing. Nawetan is about the community Bahamom team. You know, everybody feels so welcomed and so belong. Understand? Then they have team be sasen boss. Understand what I mean? Then they team be momal ko sen bopa. And that is the reason why it's so nice, it's so community based. Why come GFF, you know, at the end of the day, gis nga man mi waha yo ni. Sumagay Real de Banjul, TNT or Galaxy or Fortune or Team Rhino, yenen team I don't even know. Because of land, neku ne bugu like because bugu ma ham. Ban jering la ma amal. Amono ma ben jering. Hamon na I ñoo walidan. They were the big, you know, of like the big clubs of our time. You know, we know that hamon na ñoom walidan, ñoom Hawks, ñoom, you know, yeah. Why whatever the case may be, whatever that has to change, it has to start with us. Even with us, ñun man ak yow ak fancy ak players, it has to start with us. We need to, you know, expose our league even more pour nit yi gëna fonkal like ñun what we have. I know it's very easy to come here and castigate and, say all the negative things, because obviously probably lolu mom moy gëna sell comme newspaper rek. So it been every day lu baax ken du jëna sa newspaper. Why so started di wax lu bon nga li nga gis sa newspaper yépp ay jé, because that's what people want to hear. So we all need to change our mindset and just focus on everything, but things need to be right, that the conditions need to be met. Why so ñëwé fi di wax affaire Gambia negative ñun lolu nekku ne man daf ma ne comme stadium ban bi nekku ne daf ma ne. I want just imaginal, because I even wanted to ask them this question. Yow Real di Banjul players yoo xam ne ñu ngi play Real di Banjul, yow yaa ngi play, and one day maybe you have the ambition to be called in the national side. ñooñu right now amuñ that feeling sax, because xam nañ ne man maybe duma musa play in front of my own fans even when I am called in the national team. Loolu yaa ngi ko xalaat right now even before being called. It's very, very sad. There is no motivation, nothing. We have to do the basics right and everything will follow, So this is the message. We do the basics, the fans, everybody. We just put our hearts into this. Gambia, look what the far Nahariwood, boy. It's so small. Look what the far Nahariwood. But we just need to work together.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mandal, I'm in this, for the long run, and I hope to see changes. And I really hope, man, in my lifetime, at least, dinamuna talk at the end of the day, man. Okay, I once made a difference. I really have made a difference in this way, in that way, in any little way. I will, because I really hope that I will. And this is the pride that we all have, when we grow up, to be able to explain to our grandchildren, this is what I did in the Gambia, this is what I have done to improve all of these that you are enjoying today. Anything other than that, we don't want it.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. We will invite coaches. Coaches them to they cannot talk on behalf of the executive, executive level. So once we bring, once we start bringing the executive, they would tell, especially these lower leagues, these lower teams, they would tell us the kind of challenges that they have. And then from our side, we also see the kind of suggestion that we can give to them, the support, visibility of Gambian football, what a stagnant. But Senegal, this is how they started. This is how Senegalese football started. Boy, if you check in 2007, Ziko did them 2007. Senegal send youth football, why, this is how they started.
Yeah.
Understand? They start creating visibility.
Yeah.
Understand? Same player, so that's the journey that we started, and it's just less than 1 month. And by the time next year, then Buka just a massive improvement in league. And then by the grace of God, I know we were able to do it. So Alasan, I'm not going to say answer league boy. So let's give this. So
then next 0-0, 28 minutes.
Wait, the next weekend, boy. Thanks for.
Yeah, Barnabas, thank you very much, man. Keep it up. Head up. Bye-bye.
Anazin, if you give me admin right, I will not be disturbing you like this. If you give me admin right, I will not be calling you all the time.
No, it's not about that. There is a package that I have. No package means, I think I can have a studio manager, but not an admin person. I can only have one admin.
Okay.
So the other role will be a studio manager or whatever. No trial from Barada. So if I am upgrade, upgrading is going to cost me a lot of money. Yeah, with this current plan, in a month is almost $40.
Yeah, that's too much. But I just want to tell you that so you can take over.
Yeah.
Même pas mon problème mo dinta findi dala anyway me patu no ni dala so saying I don't know I'm thinking of the other option nga men sirjang from my phone what I can do is to delete the broadcast when ningo ge fanang that means
no you cannot delete the broadcast. But say I'm not you could have allow us to continue.
No, because I wanted to know before I leave. I have other things to do. Nyanta dala mole pigla. So what I didn't know. You know, elake dum nsa phone wa tele be so kono nsa phone wa na ko ke bari malla fi adu